And the plot thickens. And the plot thickens. All right. So here we go. Here we go. So this is what we missed. Rewind. Let's rock, y'all. What's going on? Daily Go-Getterism show all up in your area. And it's time to get started. Sorry about the audio. This is what happens when you think that you're ready. You really ain't ready. You're really not ready. But we good. We good. It's the Daily Go-Getterism show all up in your area. I'm your host, son 752, a.k.a. Omar with the... And if you can't say Omar with the... Well, then you just say Omar with the R. This is the Daily Go-Getterism show all up in your area. I'm feeling like a real man should. I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should also. Tonight on the Daily Go-Getterism show, on this pretty petty Tuesday, 2025, we are talking about, and by the way, this is the first Tuesday. Is it really? Nah, because, yeah. Nah, yeah. Nah, yeah, because it was, New Year's. Anyway, so tonight we're talking about those Trump promises. Do you still believe, still optimistic about the Trump administration coming up? There were a whole lot of things promised. In this past election cycle. And now it's getting pretty close to time to having to pay the piper. It's time to pay the piper. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are we all ready? Now, during any campaign, a lot of promises are made. A lot of things are said. People are going to say things and do things and promise things that they may not necessarily be ready or quick to deliver, but they're going to promise them anyway because that's how you get elected. So this election cycle was no different than any other. The thing about it is, that Donald Trump makes elaborate promises. He don't play around. He tells you things like it's going to be like nothing you've ever seen before. This is going to be the best thing that could have ever happened to you. He tells you, he tells me, he tells us, and he tells we that he and only he has what it takes to fix everything. Whatever it is that you're having a problem with, he said that he can fix it. He is the answer to all of our woes in this country. I think those are interesting assertions. I think those are interesting assertions because he's been president before. This is not his first time at the rodeo. So So we need to really see, are you going to show and prove? Is this going to be what you said it was going to be? So that's what we're talking about tonight. Still optimistic about the Donald Trump presidency, the administration coming up. Yesterday was January 6th, the anniversary, the 4-year anniversary of the insurrection, the riot, the stormtrooping of the Capitol. You know what I mean? When they scared those senators and congressmen to death. You know, took to the streets of the Capitol, though, should I say to the steps of the Capitol, broke in that joint, sat in the seats that the politicians sit in, lit up cigarettes, put their feet up on desks. They was going to take over. Well, yesterday, interestingly enough, was the anniversary of January 6th. And no insurrection, nobody invaded the Capitol. Nobody broke any windows, beat up any cops, cussed out anybody, yelled war calls, and said that they were instructed by their boss to do it. So there was a peaceful transfer of power yesterday, which the Democrats seem to be extremely proud of. And I think we have to have a little conversation about that tonight because, you know, sometimes you have to think about what your real priorities are. And although a lot of people believe that the past election was a landslide, if you look at the numbers, it wasn't anywhere near a landslide. He narrowly won each battleground state. He narrowly won. I'm talking about small margins of victory that he won. So if not for the Electoral College, well, let me put it this way. When you look at the numbers, there's no doubt that it deserved an investigation or at least a recount or something, because that was crazy. When you look at the numbers, now, if you just look at the map, you're going to see nothing but red, and it's going to look like a blowout. But that's the Electoral College map. When you look at the actual votes of the battleground states that every president has to win in order to win elections, I'm talking about a difference of, maybe a few thousand votes and things like that. So, but here's the real interesting thing. Now, y'all can make out of this whatever you want to make out of it. 5 out of the 6 battleground states that Donald Trump won, because he won all 6, but 5 out of the 6, he won the presidency, and the Democrat incumbent remained in their seat. Now, how does that happen? How does that happen? 5 out of the 6 battleground states, the Democrats maintained their seats. The Senate seats, the Congress seats, the House, they didn't lose. So normally people vote for the president and the entire either Democratic or Republican ticket. That's not what happened in those battleground states. Donald Trump won and the other Republicans lost. Now, how does that happen? And why didn't Kamala Harris look into that? Like, a lot of people felt like she conceded too easily and too fast. Donald Trump carried this shit. He hasn't conceded yet. He's president again. He still hasn't conceded that he lost in 2020. But the Democrats are so busy trying to seem like, we're We're refined, we're dignified, and we're above any foolishness or messiness or whatever. And you lost the fucking election because of it. Partially because of it. But the real issue is that everybody was saying that we need all of the Democrats out there. We need a total overhaul. But you kept the Democrats in the seats that you wanted to keep them in, that they had already been in. But you changed the president. So you have to kind of ask yourself, if Biden wouldn't have dropped out, what do you want? Because I'm really wondering. I know in my heart of hearts, Kamala Harris lost because she's a woman. The United States is not going to let a woman president. Is not going to let a woman become president yet. We're not ready for that. We're not ready. It doesn't matter if it's Nikki Haley or Kamala Harris or Jill Stein or Clinton or Hillary Clinton. It doesn't matter. You're going to get close. You're going to have a good showing, but you're not going to win. So if you want, as far as the presidency is concerned, in this era and past era, if you're not a man, you ain't got a chance. A lot of people don't want to believe that. Well, sometimes the truth has to keep getting punched through in order for you to accept it or believe it or understand it. It is what it is. What up, my people? What's going on? Omar is in the house. Came through early. Thanks for coming through. I appreciate you, my dude. And also Dawn Drumming. What's good? And T Carey, right, morning, noon, and night. It's always great to have my peoples going directly into your site. And also, my girl, Mahdi, what's good? Good to see you. Good to see you. And also Cheryl Halsey. What up, Cheryl Halsey? Always good to see you. Always good to see you. And can't forget my girl Kim's Wims. All up in the house. What's going on, Ma? Good to see you. And Nicole Ellis. Nicole Ellis was good. And she says happy Wednesday. But no, it's still Tuesday for us. We can't jump to Wednesday yet. We can't jump to Wednesday till it's Thursday. We still got some Tuesday left over. Dimples D's, what's going on, Ma? What's good? Don Drummond says, I mean, we've tried before without success. Not sure how this is any different in a better way. I don't know, man. Well, the reason I wanted to do this show tonight is because on the low and outright, a lot of people who voted for Donald Trump are a little concerned right now. Some things were promised. Man, they kind of walking back right now. Man, my man is moonwalking out of some promises that he made. Like, yo, you said you were sending all the immigrants back, all of the black ones, all of the dark ones. You said you was getting them up out of here. Well, yeah, you said all of them. Legal, illegal, good, bad, indifferent. As long as they got a darker shade, you said they out of here. On day one, you said you was going to march them out. It's getting close. It's going. He got the craziest shit. He's getting inaugurated. He's getting inaugurated the day after MLK Day. This is going to be some shit. So MLK Day is on Monday, and he's getting sworn in on that Tuesday. So we shall overcome on Monday, and then the next day we supposed to be marching these wetbacks, these spicks, these grease balls up out of here, right? Well, that's what he said. Is it going to happen? We'll have to wait and see. But, some things are being said that maybe it won't happen on day one. It's only 24 hours in a day. It might not happen on day one. We might have to wait until day. Look, I'm going to get back to you on that. Also, but that's just one thing. That's just one thing. And listen, I want to know what y'all think about it, because y'all may know some things that I don't know. No, I have a little information. I'm not as plugged into all of this political stuff as I was. I've missed a few shows, haven't listened to a few blogs. So I'm not as plugged in as I normally am, but I'm still I rise. We trying. We out here, we try. But I do know that we're having some static about the whole immigration thing. It may not happen on day one. It may not happen the way that they said it was going to happen. Latinos are bitching right now because they like, well, I thought you was only going to send back the illegals or the bad ones, the ones that you said was raping and killing and pillaging and robbing and hurting and shooting and stabbing and punching and kicking and doing Latino karate. When they finding out that, yeah, you too, and tu abuela, su abuela, you better tell your abuela to esconde abuela, nosotros necesita esconde abuela, nosotros necesita esconde mi abuela. That means we need to hide our grandma. Grandma ain't got her papers. She ain't got no green card. Grandma been here. Grandma Maria been here for like 30 years. Still can't speak no English. But mi abuela about to be like, well, so, I don't know what they was hearing. I don't know what they were hearing when the election was going on. He ain't say one good thing about them. He didn't say nothing about they're good Latinos. He ain't say no shit like that. He said they all gotta go. They're all bad. They were the Kamala Harris and Joe Biden were the enemy within. And they were the problem with crime. All of the crime that was being done in the United States was being done by these dark-skinned, these Haitians and these Latinos, these South Americans, and these Latin Americans, and Central Americans, these Mexicans, these Chicanos. They all gotta go. You ain't been born in. They said America is for Americans. Everybody gotta go. So we're gonna see. Yo, Nicole Ellis, she says, I love your lives, man. I love the fact that you listen, you look at them, you check them out. I really, really deeply appreciate that. Kim's with Info Spot, my dude. Info Spot 411. What's good? Info Spot says, under Biden, anyone can come in our country, fill out an app, and get asylum. Okay. That means the Europeans too, right? He ain't talking about getting rid of them. But here's the problem. Here's the problem. You got Elon Musk. Your co-president Elon Musk. And Elon is running interference. Elon has a little bit too much influence. And a lot of people are feeling like maybe this whole Trump thing, this whole presidency thing may have been bought by Elon. Elon Musk spent $270 million to help Trump win a campaign. You think he's not going to get paid back? Now, y'all may think you may foolishly think that he already got paid back because as soon as Donald Trump won, he got all of this money. He didn't get the money from the source that he paid for. So he has to get it from that source. It's all good. It's all love that, his stock rose and basically it was like he won the bet. The man that he put in the seat got to pay him back with all kinds of legislation. And well, let's just say I expect Elon Musk's companies to do really well. Okay. All right. So, and hey, y'all know y'all can call into this show 267-874-1949, 267-874-1949, 267-874-1949. That's a number to call. I said 267-874-1949. Yes, y'all. I said a 267-874-1949. Yeah, get on the line. I said a 267-874-1949. Yeah, get your shine, baby. Get your shine, baby. Get your shine, baby. Get your shine, baby. 267-874-1949, baby. Call 267-874-1949. We will get you on up in here. If you've never called into the show before or looked at this show before, you know we do not rush you off the phone. This is not, you're not calling Rush Limbaugh. You're not calling Don Imus. You're not calling in Steve Harvey. You're not calling in the Michael Baisden or Dr. Laura, any of them, nobody. I give you time, and this is a totally uncensored show. Nobody's going to beat you. Nobody is going to screen your calls. Nobody's going to tell you what to say. Nobody's going to tell you what you can't say. You want to rock out, you can curse, cuss, swear. You can yell, scream, holler. You can cry. You can bitch. You can complain. You can piss. You can moan. You can take a shit. I don't care. I don't care. Bring the information. Bring your information and your emotions. Now, not too many people are going to tell you to do that. But over here, we welcome all that. So we're talking about still optimistic about that Trump administration. How you feeling? He said that he was going to lower the price of food and gas and electronics and all that. He said it. I thought it was funny too. This man stood in front of a camera and talked about the word groceries like nobody ever heard it before. And he said, like groceries, like you never really think about it. I'm looking at this motherfucker. I'm like, what do you mean you never really think about it? Who doesn't think about the word groceries? I guess a billionaire that never has had to go to the store. I imagine he really doesn't know what anything costs because he don't have to buy it. Not personally. So, yeah. Yo, I mean, you saw the tape. This cat was up there talking about groceries like it was a new word. Like this was the new vocabulary. I was like, this your man's? Oh, nah. Fuck all that. Fuck all that sour grapes about the Democrats. This your man's. You voted for this? Groceries? Yo, who never heard of the word groceries? Who never thought, food. Food. The thing he ran on. Like, yeah, gross. But he's saying now, he doing the moonwalk. He Now he's saying, well, we're going to have to take a look at this whole, food thing, these prices, because it's really hard to get the prices to come down once they go up. No fucking shit. How many times, for those of y'all who follow this show, how many times have I told y'all why the price of food has gone up and how come it's not coming down, no matter who is in that presidency seat? How many times? The best thing you can do about inflation is to raise wages to be able to afford the new prices. You're not going to get them to lower prices. They already got you used to paying what you're paying. They ain't going to lower it for you. They don't give a fuck. Yo, businesses are in business to make money, not to be, serving the community. They say that because it's all propaganda. They don't give a shit about you and your kids and your grandmother and who got sick and who needs help and who just got fired and who's not making enough and who needs to go to school and who needs clothes and who needs the... No, they don't give a shit. They care about their bottom line, not yours. I mean, where's the rocket science? Or maybe because I live in Philly, maybe I don't live in a community where you can run that game. Oh, no. Maybe it's not game. Maybe I just don't live in a community where people commune, where they actually come together and help each other. Maybe I don't know anything about that. But if there are these communities out there, then they wouldn't be bitching about these high prices and not being able to afford anything. When you look at the electoral map, evidently, every state is having the same problem. So what we doing? All right. Gavin says $8 eggs. You ain't paying no $8 for no eggs, man. You know what I mean? There was a time when you were paying high prices for eggs. Eggs ain't been nowhere near no $8 anywhere. I mean, but I understand what you're saying. And you know, listen, one thing that I have noticed as far as the power of the media is concerned, they are making us lie to ourselves now. So we will clearly see the price of gas be like $2.80, and we'll still claim that it's $3 and something until Joe Biden gets out of that presidency. We've trained ourselves to lie to ourselves. We are self-propagandizing ourselves. I'm not even sure if that's a word. It's going to be a word tonight. We are self-propagandizing ourselves. But, okay, all right. The man has already told you. Gavin, you live in New York? Okay, I go to New York often. Okay, so tell me about New York. What part of New York you live in? Because I normally go to Queens. My daughter lives in Queens. South Side, Jamaica. So I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And pardon me, because I don't eat eggs anyway. So I mean, I get that part. You know, but all right. You live in the city. What is the city? That's supposed to be Manhattan? You live in Harlem? What is the city? The whole 5 boroughs of New York City. Come on, man, don't do that. Come on. I'm right down 95. I can be there in a couple hours. You know what I'm saying? Hina says eggs are $2 to $5 here. Okay, ain't that about right? That's about right? Omar says Venezuela has larger fields than the Middle East. Okay, proximity politics. Okay, Omar says, you know where the largest oil fields in the world are? Venezuela. Look at how involved we have been in making that country unstable. Well, you know, since Hugo Chavez died, and you know how Hugo Chavez was when he was alive. He wasn't fucking with the U.S. But Hugo Chavez wasn't exactly the more propaganda. He wasn't really the bad guy that they tried to make him seem. You know, we always claim that nobody likes the leaders in their own country. Oh, no, nobody likes the leaders. They're terrible. All of the people hate them. They can't wait until they're out of there. We need to go over there and we need to, rescue them from their terrible leaders. Meanwhile, we over here calling our own leaders fascists and socialists and communists and like, I want to know where the leaders are. Listen, man, Castro ran that island of Cuba for what, 50, 60 years or some shit. I mean, what the guan? Yeah, Hugo Chavez knew his shit, and he was not playing. But one thing I'll give to Hugo Chavez is that when Hurricane Katrina hit, he offered to give oil to the United States for the victims of Hurricane Katrina who were without. And if y'all remember, Hurricane Katrina is when we saw nationwide gas prices go above $3 and close to $4, except in California where it was always high. But yeah, it was Hurricane Katrina where we started seeing prices of gas be above $3 a gallon. And then and they use the same kind of excuses that they use for rising the inflation during Operation Iraqi Freedom and Afghanistan and all of that shit. Well, yeah, at Home Depot now, a sheet of plywood, which used to cost you $8, maybe somewhere between $8 and $12, then that shit went up to $24. It pretty much doubled. It's because the troops over in Afghanistan need all of the wood so they can build bunkers and our dumbasses believed it. And then our troops came home talking about Occupy Wall Street. They was like, yo, they lying, man. We ain't need none of that shit. And ain't no terrorists over there. We ain't chasing no damn terrorists. They got us over there mining poppy fields, man. I'm over here. I'm a heroin addict now. I feel like I'm a Vietnam vet. I'm high. I'm high right now. I'm high on this China White, except it's from Afghanistan. They got the good shit. Hey, it is what it is. Okay. 267-874-1949. All right. Okay, info says eggs are around $4 a dozen in Michigan. Egg prices went up because of bird flu outbreak. Okay. So Omar says basically China can pay people and make a farm for carrots for a lot less farmers have to pay here. And so China can sell their veggies cheaper, but the government helps our farmers by paying part. Well, I don't really want any food from China. And that don't have anything to do with any prejudices towards them, but the motherfuckers ain't clean. I'm sorry. They not clean. And they're not going to get extra clean to send their shit over here because they ain't in love with no Americans. Although it's virtually impossible, I tried not to buy products from that are made in China. I won't eat any food made in China, like that strange ass Chinese fish. What's that shit? That cheap ass fish, swai fish. I ain't eating that shit. Shit, we got oceans and streams and rivers and lakes and ponds and shit. I don't need no fish from China. I got a fishing pole. I'll take my fish, my rod and reel, my tackle and shit and go catch a fish. I like deep sea fishing anyway, you know what I'm saying? The only freshwater fish I like is some trout. Maybe a little perch. Not no catfish. Oh, nice. Anyway. Those shoes that y'all get, those little cheap ass ladies, those little cheap ass flip flops that y'all be getting made in China. Yo, man, I'm telling you, don't wear that shit. When you put toxins on your feet, that shit comes all the way through your body, straight from your feet. You walking on poison. I'm trying to tell you, man, don't fuck with that shit. That shit say made in China, man. Keep walking, or at least wear some socks. Wear 2 pair if necessary. I don't give a shit if it's July. Make like Alaska. Wear 2 pair. All right. And I'm not playing about that. My holistic practitioner told me that shit. That's right, y'all. Do me a favor. Do me one solid. Please hit the like button. Hit the like button. Share the show. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel. Hit the like button. Share the show. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel. This is the Daily Go-Getterism Show. I am your host, Sun752, a.k.a. Omar, with the... I'm feeling like a real man should. I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should also. Let's go ahead and get dressed. We've been here for almost 40 minutes. Let's go ahead. Please don't take all day tonight, y'all. Don't take all night. Which one y'all gonna wear? We got the cow bones popping. I rock the cow bones. You rock the cow bones. Which one is it going to be? The one on the left? The one in the middle? Or the one on the right? Which one is it going to be? The one on the right? The one in the middle? Or the one on the left? Which one? Which one? Holla at me. Holla at me. We got two for the middle, one more middle, and it's a wrap. Harina, or is it that say Hina says the one around your neck? Nah, I would, but it's around my neck. Can't do it. The one on the left, the one in the middle, or the one on the right? What's it going to be? 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 Do you want to be? Do you want to be? Well, 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 well. You know what? We're going with the one in the middle. Y'all taking too damn long. I can't do it. Y'all be taking too long. Y'all be taking too long. Go ahead. Stick your neck out. All right. You good? You're good. Levels is good. Levels is good. Levels is good. All right. Let's go. Give y'all the ocular proof. The proof that you were here. And prove through the night that my chain was still there. Oh, say, can you see those cow bones drip from that neck? All right. So, ladies, look at y'all. Look at y'all, ladies, looking beautiful, looking pretty, looking sweet, looking lovely, looking elegant, looking real sexy right there. Brothers, you're looking fly. You're looking handsome. You're looking suave. You're looking debonair. You're looking good to go. You're looking smooth. Everybody looking good. Take a screenshot or give them what you got or take a screenshot. You know you like them a lot or take a screenshot. Yeah, you know how it go. We rocking on the DG show with your man. Oh, let's go, y'all. All right. We good? All right. Still optimistic about the Trump presidency. Are you? Still in love. Still in love. I mean, listen. Hey, this is not like we're talking about a man of few words. This is the man who stays on the microphone, always in front of a camera. But if you notice, I don't know, maybe it's just me and I haven't been glued to the TV, glued to the phone screen, the tablet, the computer, whatever. But it doesn't seem like he is as visible as he normally is. Okay, so Gavin says very optimistic. Okay. Bustin says false prophet vibes tonight. You can call me a false prophet. You can call me anything you want. I'm on here every night. So you can come listen to these falsities all you want. I ask questions. I don't give answers, sir. But it's all it's all love. You know what I mean? You stick around for a while, you'll see. I don't give answers. I ask questions. And I have a question. I have a question for all my Trumpers out there. What are your feelings on Elon Musk? Because it seems like this motherfucker is doing too much. Way too much influence. Way too much influence. What are your thoughts about Elon Musk? Is he going to get in the way? Do you feel like he has too much influence? Do you feel like he and other donors have bought the presidency? Bustin says, have you heard about Musk and the mind goblin? I don't, I'm not even sure if I can read that. InfoSpot says, I like Elon Musk. Okay. Kim says he's asking for the ass kicking this country will receive if he continues to press for Greenland and Canada. Well, the whole immigration thing, Elon is kind of getting in the way because Elon wants to bring Indians over here because he doesn't believe that Americans are good enough engineers. He doesn't think that we're smart enough. He says we have to get some Indians to come on over here. And he don't want them to come over here to do customer service. He wants to bring them over here for industry and infrastructure and, you know. So all of the, get these, all of the right-wing militia groups, they like, nah, we're no fucking Indian. They brown. We don't want no brown immigrants over here. We barely want Europeans, but we ain't putting up with, nah. So there's some conflict going on. There's some cause for concern. Cause for concern. Are you concerned? Are you concerned? What we doing? What we doing? Let me see. Hina says at Omar, you really, you talking about that Omar, because I'm son. Okay. So yeah, if y'all talking to Omar in the chat, refer to him as Omar. And I may be stating the obvious. Please forgive me for that, because I'm son, because we can't be getting Omar. My name is Omar too. So I won't be Omar for the purposes of this episode. Nobody call me Omar. All son. Omar says Denmark is in Europe. It's a treaty with Greenland and the same with Canada. All right. Okay. Okay. So, like I said, Elon wants to bring, Indians up in here. And I'm thinking if he wants to bring Indians up in here, why not bring some other Asians over here too? I mean, Indians are Asians, aren't they? Okay. I see you, Hina. I got you. All right. Kim says, thus the lawsuits against Temu and Shine Chemicals and on their products, from clothes and bedding and paper and furniture. Man, listen. We didn't know that bed bugs were a thing before China started sending shit over here. What the fuck? We used to say, good night, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. And we never knew that a bed bug was a real thing. Did you know, had you seen a bed bug or knew anybody that got bit by a bed bug before Chinese products started coming over here? We got them now, and all kinds of strange ass insects cropping up out of nowhere, like lantern flies. What the hell is a lantern fly? What is it? What are they doing? Ethan Darko says, what happened to the old son in the background, my boy? Well, we switch, we flip, bounce. But thanks for coming through, Ethan. Good to see you, my dude. Kimsworth says the Danish king has made a statement by changing the 500-year-old cost of arms. They support Greenland and are preparing to show it. So see, we got so much shit that we can talk about tonight. So it's the food prices, the gas. Then we got to talk about, the whole immigration thing. And there's more. There's so much more. There's a lot to unpack here, man. There is a lot to unpack. And you wonder, I don't know how people can't see that we got a straight oligarchy going on in the White House. We got an oligarchy. We got a so-called billionaire president that was funded by billionaires and is ready to give back to billionaires. He ain't been talking about shit dealing with you, common men, in a minute. Maybe he's going to get back to that. Is that it? Maybe that's where your optimism is coming from. Maybe he's going to get back. He's going to get back to all of the shit that he promised. Dice Roll says, "Sup, fam? Dice Roll from South Africa. What up, Dice Roll? I like that name, man. What's up? What up, my dude? What up? All right. Yeah. There's a lot. Yeah. Listen, he ran on some shit. The main things he ran on was that immigration shit, securing the borders. The other thing he ran on was the high cost of inflation. And he said he was going to drop that shit. Prices were going to go back. How are prices going to go back? Besides stock market prices, have you ever known the prices of anything to go down once they went up? Man, I take it all the way back to bubble yum and now laters. You can't get them shits for a nickel or dime anymore. And you're never going to get it. And you're never going to get the size or the taste that they used to have. You're never going to get that again. You can't go back. You have to concentrate on moving forward and being able to maintain that way. But you can't go back. Prices don't rise and then go back to what they were. You're not going to be able to go back and buy a DeSoto or a Packard or an Edsel. Those cars are gone. They're gone. You can't even buy a Firebird or a Cutlass Supreme. They're gone. So you can't, not only are the cars gone, but the prices that they cost are gone. You can't go back. The thing you can do is get a better job, work another job, get a better position at your job to be able to combat the rising cost of things. Multiple streams of income. Find a way to make money other than one source. But you ain't going to get when COVID, the shit went up, it didn't come back down. And COVID been over as far as the pandemic is concerned. You know why it's not coming down? Because you're used to paying the high prices. So they ain't got to what they going to bring it down for? They don't have to. You're going to buy it anyway. You just going to keep bitching. After a few years, y'all won't be bitching no more because you'll already be used to paying it. Remember how cheap lumber was, electricity was, what should I say, electrical supply, plumbing supplies, cement and all of that. Remember how cheap that shit was when they had specialty stores, when they had plumbing supply stores. Remember how cheap plumbing supplies were when there were lumber yards. Remember how cheap lumber was when there were electrical supply stores. Remember how cheap it was to go buy an outlet or some lights or some light switches or some 14-2 or 12-2 wire. It was cheaper. Then Home Depot came and Lowe's came in and dropped the price on all of that shit and took over the manufacturers, made them sell everything to them, took over those contracts and froze all of the plumbing, electrical, and lumber yards out. All of those individual specialty stores, they got them on up out of there. And then now you don't have any competition, and now you can set the price to wherever you want. Where are you going to go now? If you want four sheets of plywood and eight sheets of sheetrock, where you going to go? Besides Lowe's and Home Depot, where you going to go? You ain't going to the lumber yard no more. And guess what? Sheetrock used to be $3 a sheet. It used to be $3 a sheet. Right around the time when Home Depot came in. And I remember when they were selling it for $1.50 a sheet, $1.50 a sheet. Got those lumber yards on up out of there. Now, how much is a sheet of sheetrock? Because this was in the early 2000s. Let's see how much a sheet of sheetrock costs now. How much does a sheet of 3/8 sheetrock cost at Home Depot? Let's see here. No, you kidding me, right? I know you lying. Nah, this can't be for one. Nah, that can't be. That can't be. Damn, man. Half-inch sheetrock, $10 to $20 a sheet. Quarter-inch, $10 to $12 a sheet. Who we use? And 3/8, $10 to $15 a sheet. Where can you get it besides Home Depot and Lowe's? They got the monopoly down. They set the price. You don't want to pay. You don't want to pay it. All right. You don't fix up your house. Simple as that. Simple as that. So Quasimodo Lions was good. Says, but when you really think about it, I could probably take you in a one. What are y'all talking about? Y'all fighting? The Forgotten Child? I don't know. So 420 was good. He says, I have a question. I have a phone number. You can actually ask the question. You don't have to write it. Quasimodo says, not you, Baldy. Oh, man. Thanks for the laugh, dickhead. I appreciate that. Kim Swim says, big box stores took over the market long ago. Groceries and supplies priced everyone out and increased the prices that have never stopped rising. And they're not going to stop. And that's my whole point. So thinking that a president is going to come in here and stop the prices of private business when you already gave them the right to monopolize. You took away free trade. You took away free trade and made it possible for these corporate entities to come in and buy everybody out. And what do we have now? What do we have now? If you want to buy a radio, where do you go now? Best Buy? Maybe. Walmart? Maybe. Target? Maybe. One thing is for sure. You ain't going to Radio Shack. You're not going on the Ave. You're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere where you can spend money locally, where it will actually help out the community. That's where you're not going to go because that's all gone. They bought them out. They didn't necessarily pay them out, but they froze them out to where they couldn't compete anymore. And now you're used to it and bitching. And you think with the plan that they had, you think that they're going to just be nice to you and say, let's raise these prices and help out the community. They don't give a fuck about you. And neither does Donald Trump. But let's say he does care about you. Dice Roll says a major steel company in South Africa is closing down. 100,000 jobs going to be lost because of Trump tariffs. Trump tariffs. I haven't heard too much about the tariffs in a few weeks. By now, most people have figured out that the American consumer is going to pay the price for these tariffs. All y'all had to do was Google that shit and see how it works. But no. Trust in the Lord, Trump. Jacob Westcourt. Trust in the Lord, Trump. 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 Trump gonna rescue us. Rescue it. Trust in the Lord, Trump. Trust in the Lord, Trump. Trust in the Lord, Trump. He's a godly man. Trust in the Lord, Trump. He gonna save us. Trust in the Lord, Trump. Trust in the Lord, Trump. Trust in the Lord, Trump. He's gonna save us. He's a godly man. He's gonna save us. He's a godly man. He's gonna save us. He's a godly man. Lord Trump, Lord Trump, Lord Trump, Lord Trump, Lord Trump, Lord Trump, Lord Trump. Yes, 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 yes. He's gonna save you. He's gonna save you. And you know what else he's gonna do? You know what he's gonna do? He's gonna finally find. He's gonna find Oz. You know they said there was no Oz with the Wizard of Oz. There is, and he's gonna find it. Oz. Shit, I mean, if he could talk about Hannibal Lecter and shit like that, I need that motherfucker to find Oz and Willy Wonka in that chocolate factory, because I've always wanted to swim in that. Okay, anyway, so you know, it is what it is. What up, Diddy? Kim said he has folks believing he will change the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. So hey, yo, man, you gotta chill. That whole Gulf of Mexico, that Gulf of America shit, yo. Well, he said, remember in 2015, 2016, when he got elected, he said he was going to build the wall. Do y'all know how much wall actually got built? By the way, remember he said Mexico was going to pay for it. That's the most important thing. That's what you can't forget. He talked about building the wall, but the most important thing he said about building the wall was that he said that Mexico was going to pay for it. And he said it in a condescending, threatening way. Like, yeah, we're going to build this wall and Mexico is going to pay for it. A lot of grandstanding. Big bad Trump. Whoa, 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 whoa. King Trump. Kimosabe. Come on, Trump. Come on, Trump. Oh, man. All right. Quasimodo says, pack up the taco stands. It's over. We will see. He said day one. We should see mad Latinos being marched up out of this thing, getting on the bus. Gavin says the U.S. market is 15% of the world economy. They need us. Dice roll. Bet on it, buddy. Buddy Brick been saying that bullshit for 15 years. I says, I'm no fan of Trump. S says, I'm no fan of Trump. But to be fair, do you have to have some type of grandstand? You have to have some type of grandstanding for a leader. Every one of them do it. You don't necessarily have to grandstand. Every one of those leaders doesn't normally say that they alone can fix things. Those leaders don't normally put themselves up here and everybody else or their opponents down here. That's not what they do. I have yet to see any candidate running for the president of the United States say that I and only I alone can fix it. I've never heard anybody say that except Donald Trump. So it's a different kind of grandstanding, you know, saying that I'm the best president ever that ever lived while you're still in your administration. I don't know if I've ever heard of a president doing that. And we've had some presidents that probably could have gotten away with it with the things that they had done. Specifics, you know, like, you know, things that statistics and actual data would have supported. Like, can you imagine back in, I don't know, 1935, can you imagine Franklin Delano Roosevelt saying, yo, man, I fixed this motherfucking country. You know what I mean? I did what nobody thought we could do. I brought us out of this depression. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't done. We got a little war going on over in Europe, man. I'm about to get up in that shit. And you know what I mean? Listen, I'm about to sacrifice Pearl Harbor and get up in that war so we can get this money. I got money over there. We can get it. He could have done it. He could have said, look what I did. I gave y'all the New Deal. I saved you. Donald Trump inherited a good economy in 2016, and he's inheriting a good economy in 2024. Now, people who don't like Biden don't want to believe that Biden has done anything good. But he has. And he really has. Okay, if you don't want to fuck with the unemployment shit, because I don't put a lot of stock in that. Job growth. There are more people working right now than in any previous administration. And I'm not just talking about sheer numbers to reflect our population. I'm talking about relative to when they started their administration to where they are now. He's done that. Also, the stock market is at an all-time high. Okay, maybe you don't play the stock market. Maybe you don't see how it affects you. And maybe it doesn't affect you directly. Okay, that's fine. But he did something. He did a lot of things that the common man, the working man, the blue collar, the paycheck every other week man really can use. Most recently, he eliminated past medical bill debts from your credit report. So maybe you had an illness 10, 20 years ago, 5 years ago, and it's fucking up your credit report. You can't get above 500. You can't get out of the 600s. Your medical debt, insurance debt, and all that shit will no longer be able to be reported on your credit report. Come on, man. Huh? You know what? You're not going to tell me you don't know somebody that can benefit from that? That's crazy. That shit is crazy. Hey, and he also did that student loan debt shit. I had a student loan before Biden. I have zero student loan debt now. Zero, none. And my shit was stemming all the way from 1993. I'm good. All right. Gavin says he ran 4 times. The only president to do that. Son is tripping. Son, you're tripping. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What are you talking about? Who Biden ran 4 times? Okay. Trump ran 3 times. He got him beat by 1. I don't know. Dallas Cowboys have 5 Super Bowls. The New York Giants have 4. Fair enough. I don't know. I think they have 4. How many Super Bowls do the Giants have? Not that I like either one of them. They suck. And let me just say that. Fuck the Cowboys. Fuck the Giants. And the Commanders, aka Redskins. Yeah, fuck. Eagles. All right. How many Super Bowls do the New York Giants have? Yeah, they won 4. I thought so. Okay, cool. Yeah, go Giants. Gavin says, I hope we're not suggesting that Biden should have ran again. This show is not about Biden. It's not about Biden. We're not getting into the Biden shit. You know, we're not going to get into the Biden shit. You know what I mean? I don't think that he should have ran. He should have run again. I don't think he should have run again. He's an old man. But to his advantage, though, I think he would have probably won. I think he would have had a better chance at running than Kamala did, just on the strength that he is a male. A woman wasn't going to win. He wasn't going to beat no Trump. I thought she had a good shot, and she did. But all right. Gavin says FDR had 4 terms. He was going to run for 5. But back then you could do that. All the presidents before him, you know, they ran as many times as they could possibly stand or win. But I'm not here to praise any, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. But if we're going to talk about a president grandstanding, people like FDR could, they had a pretty good case for saying that they were the best or some shit like that. And based on the things, the condition of the country when they took office to where they took it, I mean, he had a pretty good case for, patting himself on the back or beating his chest. Okay, pardoning. S says pardoning his son was wrong. We can all agree on that. When was the last time a blue collar worker man got pardoned? Was Trump pardoned some blue collar cats? Obama pardoned a bunch of them, and Trump pardoned some too. So no, it's a common thing. And Biden should have pardoned his son. He should have hurried up and pardoned him. What he should have done is he should have never said that he wouldn't pardon him. But I'd be goddamn if I leave my son to suffer the wrath of somebody like Donald Trump when he gets shit. Let my boy out now. Matter of fact, we're going to take the bulletproof SUV up to the jail and get him out now. Get him the fuck out of there. I don't care. Shit, y'all ain't want me to run for president? Take this. Yeah, hell yeah, shit. How was he wrong for that? Oh, but speaking of pardoning, this goes along with the topic too. This is great. Speaking of pardoning, Donald Trump said that he was going to pardon all of the January 6th political prisoners. What do you call them? Hostages. All of the J6 political hostages. He said he was going to pardon them, and he said he was going to pardon all of them. Now he bitching, more moonwalking. Do. Well, he was more like a lion, man. He said some shit, and he said that he got a great amount of case by case basis. They can't all get out of jail free card. Yeah. He said on those podiums at those rallies, the J6 political hostages will be pardoned on day one. He had so much shit to do. How many hours in a day are there on day one? But he said it. He said that he was going to pardon the J6 political hostages. And now he's saying, well, it's on a case-by-case basis. Listen, none of them deserve to be free. None of them deserve. They need to add some more time to their cases. They need to add more time to their sentences. It says J6 people need to be where they are. Well, he said that he was going to free them, and the crowd went wild. Yeah. Now here's the thing with that. Even if you feel like they received unjust sentences, or if you feel like the punishments were too severe or too harsh, what you can't deny is that the people who got locked up broke the law, blatantly broke the law. You're not talking about the people who just came to the steps and maybe just waved the flag and said, yeah. You're talking about the ones who went in. You're talking about the ones who fought cops. You're talking about the ones who threatened to hang Mike Pence and all of that. You're talking about the ones who took a shit on the desks. Whose desk did they take a shit on? Let's see. Let's Google that. Whose desk did the January 6th rioters defecate on? A poop-covered desk memorial. Okay, what we got? Let me see.
It's called the Resolute Desk, and it's sitting here along the National Mall.
It's a...
This is a damn memorial. Ain't nobody talking about that. No. Wait a minute. Rioters left feces, urine in hallways and offices during the mobbing of the U.S. Capitol. Let's see. They turned the U.S. Capitol into a crap house. Some invading rioters defiled the hallowed seat of democracy with their dung and their ill-fated effort to overturn the election. A source close to the incoming Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer told the Post. Come on, get to the story. Get the shit out of here. Hold on. Okay. Congressional staffers saw feces in the hallways, the source said Friday. The vile vandals apparently took dumps in the bathrooms and then spread around their poop. A Schumer insider said it came from the bathroom and they tracked it around, the source said. There was an intentional effort to degrade the Capitol building. Representative Hakeem Jeffries of New York Brooklyn also reported that some members of the mob urinated on the floors during the rampage. There was urine, there was clear desecration, and he told the WNYC on Thursday. Well, okay. So I thought they shit on one of the desks. Turns out it looks like they just shit around. Maybe they had to go. I mean, sometimes all that rioting might make you a little poopy. You know. He's had to. They forgot to take the Imodium. Perhaps they were a little incontinent. Cam, what up, Cam? Cam says, have you ever considered growing a mustache to connect with the beard? Actually, no. And I'm going to tell you why. Because my shit don't really grow in here good. So since my 20s, whenever I've worn a beard, I had to wear it this way. My shit don't, like, how some people can wear the goatee without the beard? I can't do that shit. Like, my shit don't work that way. My brothers grow, they mustache grow in and shit, but mine won't. Like, I can't, my hair is weak here. So it'd be like this little punk ass line here to try to connect it. And I'm like, it ain't that important to me to have no beard. like I can't do it, son. I'm like, that shit, no. I can't do it. And for anybody who's wondering, no, I don't dye my shit. My shit is naturally silver. I don't even comb my shit. I shake myself up today. I trimmed my shit down, then I shake myself up. Took a razor, cleaned everything out, cleaned up everything. Boom, boom, boom. I don't know why my beard is totally silver, and my mustache still has a little black in it, and my eyebrows have no gray in it. I have no explanation. If I had hair, it would be totally gray. My daddy's was. I could show you a picture of my late great father, my late great daddy. Let me see here. I'm gonna see here. Yeah, Shane. Yeah, my late great father, Shane. And this is a picture when I didn't have any when I didn't have any hair on my face. So that's me and Pops. So he had hair, but as you can see, his shit was totally silver. Totally silver. And his beard was always like, his shit wasn't trained right. So like his shit was choppy. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. This kind of gives you a good, you see how his beard was? Like it was like his shit couldn't get shaped up right. You know what I'm saying? That's my God right there. That's my God though. I miss him. I miss the shit out of my pops. That's my God. And that was in 2016. So yeah, my beard don't it does what it do. It does what it does. It don't do what nobody else wanted to do. Oh man, Spartacus is in here. Spartacus, my dude, what's going on? Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a few days. It's always good to see you back. Always. Kim says, "Oh, I miss the times your dad used to come on the show back in the day." I know, man. Listen. Man, listen. And you know what? The ironic thing is, my dad was a Trump supporter. He believed in that nigga. And I was like, my dad was a conservative. I didn't understand that part either. I'm like, you pro-black, but you a conservative? Like those conservatives? Shit. Like, man, you must be crazy. You out of your mind, son? Man, he used to have us listening to Rush Limbaugh and Don Imus and Dr. Laura and all of them fucking. I used to be like, I can't. He told my son, yeah, they're telling the truth. I was like, shit, what truth? Fuck out of here. They used to be talking. Listen, man. Look, I can't do it. I can't deal with no. I can't. Kim Swim says, what? You're dead? I'm shocked. No. Like, he had like two sides to him. On one side, totally pro-black. But on the other side, I guess that military shit kicked in. You know how it is. Black men go to the military and, they start seeing like little opportunities and shit. I don't know. I can't. I got nothing. The shit didn't fix. I mean, I'm sorry. It didn't fit. It didn't. I was like, how are they telling the truth? What truth? Because they used to be kicking all of that anti-black, all of that divisive. I can't. But from all of those days of having to listen to that conservative radio shit, that's when I knew I could never fuck with them again. I was like, that shit is ass. You know what I mean? Like hearing not just the radio host, but the callers that would call in. I was like, there should be just so much racism, so much blatant, unmitigated, unfiltered racism, and they would just let them spew it. They had the little dog whistle. They wouldn't let you straight come out and diss, but they would let you talk that dog whistle language. And I used to just be like, okay. I was a registered registered Republican for years. Just because they told me they was, my dad was fucking around with the Republicans. He was like, yo, we can get these opportunities. They ain't give a shit. Fuck out of here. You're a Republican in the city of Philadelphia. You're not getting nothing. They don't win elections here. Not here. Spartacus says. Okay. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. S says, son, you're not wrong. Howard Stern used to be like that with the nonsense and that man cow out in the shit. Yeah, that's a lot of racist shit used to go on with that shock jock shit, and they used to try to play it off like it ain't really racism. It's just shock jock shit. We just having fun. I'm like, y'all not cracking jokes. Y'all saying how y'all really feel. And listen, I don't take issue with a man, expressing how they really feel. But don't try to hide, when the heat gets turned up and when y'all go too far with shit, and then when somebody wants to take money out of your pockets because you done said the wrong thing about the wrong person, don't try to act like it was all fun and games. Because it wasn't fun and games when nobody was pressing you. It wasn't fun and games when the sponsors was still paying. It wasn't fun and games when you were winning. So no, don't let it be all fun and games when the sponsors, say, listen, I can't have that shit. You gonna fuck up my customers. I gotta stop. I can't endorse you any longer. I can't sponsor you any longer. Don't let it be fun and games then. Hold your stance. As the young folks say, keep that same energy. Keep that same energy. Jason DeVille says, go too far. It's our country. Know your place in society. Who is our country? What do you mean by our? Like, what part of the country do you own? Do you even own your own home? Do you own your own land? What do you mean our country? The hour. I mean, were you grandfathered in? You know, because only white men can say things like this is our country. Because a black man sounds stupid as shit saying it. Because they'll put the cuffs right on your dumb ass. They put the handcuffs right on your rich dumb ass. Soon as you talking about what do you mean by going too far? That's how it'll go. You say, yeah, my grandfather died. Yeah, my grandfather died too. But it wasn't his country. It wasn't ours either. Kim says, I like to see my races up front. We don't have to pretend. Listen, man. Listen, I can't be mad at a person for feeling the way that they feel. Just stop lying to me. And if you'll lie to yourself, you'll lie to me too. Oh, what the fuck? You know what I forgot? Hold on. Somebody gave me a super chat, and I'm acting like it didn't happen. That's unacceptable. Quasimodo, if you're still around, I want to thank you. I'm sorry, I got caught up. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much. I said, thank you so much. I said, thank you so much for the super chat. Yo, I said, thank you so much. I said, thank you so much. I said, thank you so much for the super chat. Super chat. Thank you so much. I said, thank you so much. I said, thank you so much for the super chat. For the super chat. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming through. And thanks for the 2. And I'm not being condescending. I'm really telling you that I appreciate you. Word. Thank you so much. And sorry I took so long for the thank you. Sorry. Much sorry for the super, what was it, a super sticker? No, he said, oh shit, he wanted me to say Hina. Come on, dude, stop. It's annoying. You said that like Hina is on the show. Like, what we doing? Hit the like button, share the show. We got a little bit of time left in the show. You know what I mean? We'll rock out for a little while. But staying on track. And I think we've been on track pretty much for the whole show. Still optimistic about the Trump administration. Still optimistic. And I'm wondering, for those of you who are still optimistic about the Trump administration coming up, what are you hanging your hat on? Where is the optimism coming from? Spartacus says, like I said, he didn't get a charger for the picture. Nor would you or me has been my argument. Trump supporters really don't know how to stay on topic. Omar says, sad for Palestinians or Palestinians. Palestinians. I mean, I stand with Palestine. I just wonder if Palestine would stand with me. So somebody like me can't fight for rights of Palestine while I'm still fighting for the rights of the American black man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I live by a different logic and a uniform code. I live by a different logic and a uniform code. I cannot act like I don't know what I know, and like I didn't see what I saw, and like I didn't experience what I experienced. So until we get our shit together in this country, I can stand with Palestine, but I can only do it from here. And I'm not sending no money. If our politicians want to help them out, they help out everybody else. I say do it. But for me and mine, I got to fix my shit over here. with mine. Kim says, exactly. At standing for others' rights, but don't have my own. I told myself a long time ago, until I finish my fight, I ain't fighting for nobody else. Because I mean, they ain't never fight. But listen, we've been over here being fucked up for years. Even our own don't help our own. Somebody got to break the chains. Jason S says, we were freed by Christian movement to be part of this country, not to be exiled. Yeah, as what are you talking about? The freedom to determine our own destiny. Like, I need to know the hour you're talking about. You know? I just need to know who is our, because I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, I wish I could think in terms of that type of solidarity or that type of unity. Instead, I have nothing. Still optimistic about the Trump presidency, the administration. What do y'all got? What are you holding your hat on? What is he going to do that he said he was going to do that you really believe that he's going to do? What is he going to do that he promised that he was going to do? Will Elon mess up everything? Because, you know, Trump has a big ego, and he doesn't really take kindly to people taking his shine or taking the mic out of his hands. Although, in one of those rallies, he told Elon, take over, Elon. Take over. So maybe he's ready to share the stage. Could he be ready to share the stage? Now, you know, speaking of Elon Musk, now, Elon is famous partly for the whole Tesla thing, right? But Donald Trump loves oil. You know, he likes gas. He doesn't want electric cars. He wants gas. So how does those electric cars that Elon Musk is trying to push, and those oil companies that he's trying to get out of the way, how does that work? How does that work? Now, I remember Donald Trump getting up on one of those rallies and talking about electric battery, and I'm paraphrasing, something about he would take his chances on being eaten by a shark before he would with that electric battery in the ocean. Now, y'all might remember it better than me. All right. Spartacus says, Trump, it's President Elon. Man, I wish I can't dispute that. I really can't. Nobody can at this juncture. Nobody can really dispute that. Elon has an exorbitant amount of influence right now. And this is something we've never really seen. It would be, have you noticed you haven't really heard a peep out of JD Vance? Anybody heard anything from JD Vance lately? It's like, you know, he faded into obscurity. And it could be me. It may be just me not up on shit. It happens. It happens. Dackett says the Nazis got into the cookie jar. I'm not in a position to dispute that. But, okay. All right. But yeah, I mean, look, Elon Musk is all about that electric car shit. Well, that's what Teslas are. How's that going to work? Elon likes electricity. Donald Trump likes oil. He likes gas. Ken Williams says you are correct. JD Vance faded into the bushes like Homer Simpson, like the Homer Simpson meme. That shit is. I ain't heard shit about JD Vance in a minute. Now, granted, the election was only 2 months ago, but damn. Spartacus says, who is JD Vance? Listen, it's a valid question right now. Dackett says, wrong. They both like money. Yeah, they definitely both like money. But the sources that they want the money to come from, I think they have different ideologies on that. I think they, I don't think that they're the same when it comes to that. Now, you may know some things that I don't know, because I'll be the first to tell you that I do not know it all. But I know a little something about Donald Trump. Let me see, this fucking Elon Musk. Let me see what I do know about Elon Musk, because okay. Let me see. I had read about Elon Musk some things. This cat is only 53 years old. And he's a June Cancer. This says a lot. Born in South Africa. He a damn immigrant. Get him the fuck out of here. He gotta go. He gotta go. He gotta get on his private jet and get on up out of here too. We got a damn apartheid defector. No, he didn't defect. Apartheid promoter over here, telling us how to run the United States. You have apartheid. We have Jim Crow back up in here. All right. Yeah. Okay. But yeah. Optimism about the administration. It just seems like even if he delivers on the key things that he was talking about when he was running for president, it can't just be the people who voted for Kamala Harris or the independents or the people who are never Trumpers. It can't just be us having speculation about which direction that he's honestly going to go into. There's no way. This preseason, because I consider all of this, the time between the election, the president-elect, and the inauguration, I consider all of that to be preseason. This preseason ain't looking good. It's just not. And it's not looking good for anybody except for the people who donated to his campaign. In an oligarchy, the ordinary citizens cannot win. They cannot win. They are not in the interest. The interests of the oligarchy do not serve the citizens. You know, us peasants. Oh man, my allergies starting to act up. Oh, goodness gracious. Not now. Hold on. Hold on. So, okay. Y'all talking about Mike Pence? You know, speaking of Mike Pence, so Mike Pence had to vote for somebody, and he's a true Republican, so that means he had to vote for Trump. Or what do you think he did? Not vote for Trump and allow Kamala Harris to get elected? Picture that. Sometimes solidarity ain't a good thing. This is where loyalty, takes a real bad hit. Real bad hit. Like, what a terrible time to be loyal. That says, oh, brother, come on. Pence wasn't bad for Indiana. He brought us jobs back, so I can't hate. Oh. Those aren't the things I've heard about Mike Pence in Indiana. But, from a certain perspective, anybody can be good or anybody can be bad. I mean, evidently, people thought that Trump was so good that he deserved to be reelected or elected again. Let's do a poll. Let's put out a little poll. Okay, let's try this. Do you think that Trump's second term will be better for the country overall than his first was? Let's start that poll. Let's see what y'all think about that. See what y'all think. What do you think? All right. I mean, it's a question. Let's kick it around. Kick around the question. Kick around. So, all right. Yeah. I'm not really sure how this, I mean, I have a lot of concerns about this administration. Like, as far as I'm concerned, and I know that I'm biased, I'm openly biased and admittedly biased, but I think this is the worst thing that could have ever happened in politics. This motherfucker winning a convicted felon winning the presidency, being able to run for president. I mean, he was impeached twice. He was impeached twice in one term. And that January 6th shit, ugh. I just don't know. I just don't understand how people can look the other way when it comes to that. I don't get it. But there have to be people out there who think it's going to be good. There has to be. You know, when we were doing this show in the summertime and in the winter and in the fall before the election, we could not do a show without the chat filling up with Trump 2024, Trump 2024, Trump 2024. I think, honestly, after he won, a lot of people were let down because then they didn't have the campaign anymore. They didn't have to argue anymore. It's sort of like after your team wins the Super Bowl, it's like, yeah, I'm happy, but like now the games are over. No more arguments, no more debates, no more data presentation, no more graphs, no more charts, nothing. Hold on, yo. I gotta do something about this. My nose is going crazy. Hold on. Hold on just a second. That should help. That should help out a little bit. I say, what did I do with the microphone? What I do with my mic? All right, so how's the poll going? 10 votes, 90% no. So that means we have 1 yes and 9 no's. Okay. Please, if you're in the chat, if you're still in the chat, please participate in the poll. I'm interested. It's just, I mean, the poll isn't going to do anything. It's not a national poll. It's not even a local poll. You know what I mean? This is more like a private poll. I just want to get like a little idea of what people's expectations are and how they think that they'll play out. We're all going to be affected by this thing. We're all going to be affected by this thing. Nobody's getting out of anything. Nobody, you know, when Trump first won on November 6th, people were saying that we won. And I was like, what is the we? Like, do you mean Republicans? Do you mean MAGA? Like, what is the we? What is the we? I don't know what just happened there. I saw my screen do some strange thing. Okay, says my slight optimism is that his next administration shifts the tides even slightly towards broader American class consciousness. Do you think his administration is going to do that? Or will that be like the collateral effect? I can't say collateral damage. Will that be a side thing? Let's say collateral. Will that be the collateral effect of his administration? Because one thing that Donald Trump struggles with mightily when it comes to being president of the United States, because he's never held any other office, is that he really, really struggles with being a president for everybody. He's not even interested in that. He hasn't shown any interest. In case there's the fact that his administration is only going to make shit worse. He says, even for his followers. That's what I'm saying. So I don't know how anybody is going to win in this. He already said, I don't know if I'm going to be able to lower those prices like I said I could. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to get gas down like I said I could. Man, I don't know about all those jobs I was talking about. I don't know. He has a lot of people he has to pay back. Those, like I said, Elon, 270 million. That's a lot of money to donate to somebody, to buy them a job. 270 million. I mean, that's insane. That's an insane amount to donate to a campaign. One man's campaign. So you have to ask yourself, what does $270 million mean to Elon Musk? What does it mean? What is he going to get? What's going to be his return for $270 million? Like, I don't know if anybody here is that level of wealthy. What would you do with like 270 million? For most of us, that would carry us and our next 2 or 3 generations for the rest of our lives, even if we never worked a day in our life. Chris Ward says George Soros put in more than that a year. George Soros put in more than 270 million. I don't know about that. I'm not so sure about that. James Williams says for at least another generation after he and his minions are gone. S says what he gets in return is nice. That paychecks from speaking tours. Speaking tours, shit. So he says, "Son, you're not lying. He gets all of this money that we'll never see. Hell, me and a bunch of the brothers here fought in this country, and we don't get no help." I'm just saying, listen, it's his money. It's his money to burn. But when you think about, listen, if you go to a store and you spend your money, you're not going to leave the store without the product that you paid for. So you kind of have to ask yourself, what did Elon Musk pay for? Like, this is not rocket science. This is easy peasy. He, like Donald Trump and the Trump presidency was Elon's store. No, well, Trump and his administration was the store. Elon bought something from the store. What did he buy? What did Elon Musk buy from the Trump store? So, because for anybody thinking that there's nothing behind that, you are fooling yourself. What did he buy? The hell? All right, we only got 13 votes. I'm trying to figure out how the phone number got unpinned here. So we almost at the end of the show. But y'all could have called in if the number was up there. And it wasn't. So sorry, my peoples. So sorry. If someone wants to call in, I'll take a caller. I'll take one caller. Okay. 13 votes. 23% say yes, it'll be better. And 77% say no. No, no, no. Kim's Williams says that's why Elon is living on site at Mar-a-Lago. Yeah, man, he ain't leaving that store. He ain't leaving that store without his money. He ain't leaving that. I'm sorry. He's not leaving that store without his product. You just have to think, like, what did he buy? Dackets, thanks for coming through, man. I appreciate you. Have a good night. Be safe. Have a good night. Definitely be safe. Everybody in advance, everybody who came through, everybody who commented, everybody who just listened in and checked us out tonight. I want to say thank you. Appreciate you. Please hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, we have a good time here every night, 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We don't talk about politics every night. We talk about stuff. Tonight, we're talking a little bit about politics. Tomorrow night, we'll be talking about stuff. Chris Ward says, if you go to Open Secrets website, it shows 1,370 donations. What did he buy? 1,370 donations from George Soros. Okay. All right. Oh, you. I don't know. Okay. Fuck it. Let's see. How much money did George Soros donate to the Trump campaign in 2024? Okay. Okay. Here's the Open Secrets website. Let's see. Come on. All right. I'm not seeing any big numbers here. Okay, 600,000. Texas, 600,000. $250,000. Wisconsin Democratic Party. Well, it definitely looks like he gives a lot of money. Yeah, he gives a lot of money. I mean, a lot of these are small amounts. I don't know how close to 270 million this goes. I mean, can we just get a total? Can we just get a total? How billionaires control U.S. elections. Okay. Nah, man. What is this? WordPress, and they want you to pay to read this shit. I ain't got. Not gonna happen. All right. Who are the biggest donors to Trump and Harris? All right. Tim Mellon. Wait a minute. Okay, Tim Mellon. How much did he give? Okay, 25 million. But he was pro Kennedy. Elon Musk. Just give me the damn total. All right. Grand ambitions to spend as much as 180 million on transforming the Republican Party. 180 million. I heard it was 270 million. Miriam Adelson. It's funny how, more than 100 million. Yeah, I mean, people were donating. You know, when you hear about the kind of access and excess, you hear about the type of money that people have out there. It'll make your head spin. Like, the hell? All right, this is what we're gonna do. We're about to get on up out of here. We've been here for 2 hours. We've done enough. I declared that we've done enough. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious Maurice Scott says, you think Trump is going to have hate in his heart from the last, I guess you mean the last election he lost? Glorious January 7th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They get number one out the box. Kamaya Wright. Happy birthday to you, and also Charlene Cooper and Cynthia has changed Hardy, and also Sedusant, Latisha, and Audrey Sample. Wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. I do believe that those were yesterday's. Let me just be sure. Let me be sure. Because it looked a little sketchy to me. Yeah, I think those were yesterday's. Yeah, and they were. All right. Okay, number one out the box. Yasmin Osman, happy birthday to you. And Miss Cookie Dow, loving her kids. Happy birthday. And Nicole Nelson, Brock Davis, Dee Dee Scott, Rosalie Snape Beckford, LaShondra Watson, Kim Lee Fulcher, Brian Chacon, our go-getter, our very own Robin Ming, Frederick Douglass, and my girl all the way back from the block when we were in single digits, my girl, Michelle Davis Brooks. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious January 7th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, yeah, universally, all of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on into the damn to rock out, rock on and do the damn rock out, rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings and do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, listen, man. To answer your question, Maury Scott, yes, he is always centering himself and concentrating on being hell-bent on revenge. So I think that in his quest to be the richest, most petty motherfucker in this whole world, yes, I think he will go for and go at anyone who didn't believe in him or didn't support him or who opposed him or who tried to expose him. I think he'll stop at nothing to make sure that they all suffer. And I think he wants to see it. So I think a lot of his concentration will go towards that. And I think that there will be others who will actually support his decision to do that. As destructive as it may be, I think that that's the way it's going to go. So let's see how the poll is doing. We got 18 votes. 67% says no, the country would not be better off. Well, will not be better than his first presidency. And 33% say yes. Because I still say yes to you again. Wesley, there you go. Trump 2025. There you go. Haven't seen that in a long time. Hope to have never seen it again. And I'm glad that he can't run again. So, his old ass won't be trying to run. His old ass won't be trying to run in like 2028. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think he'll spend most of his time trying to prove everybody wrong without actually getting anything done. Pretty much like his first administration. One thing he will get done, his shining accomplishment on his past administration was getting that big tax break for the corporations, for billionaires. And I think that he'll do that again. I'm pretty sure that he'll get that done. That he wants. And they paid for that. They have paid for that. So that will get done. Vonda Wimberly. So yeah, he will definitely make sure that billionaires get broken off and get done correctly. He's going to see to that. Anything else? For all of you blue collar, hourly wage, salary, making under 6 figures or under 7 figures, work hard, save your money, baby. Make sure you have multiple streams of income because you're going to need them. Devo Structure says, what about Greenland? Yeah, we'll see about it. What about the Panama Canal? We'll see about it. He has a lot that he wants to do. Foreign policy wise, he sucks. He sucks when it comes to foreign policy. Sure, I mean, maybe he'll go back to South Korea and shake hands and do more photo ops with Kim Jong-un. Maybe he'll do that. I don't know if his relationship with Putin is, and we didn't even talk about the whole Russia-Ukraine. It's a lot, man. Hold on to your seats. Hold on to your hats. It's about to go down. It's going down in the next 4 years. This thing is going to be hot. Hot, hot, hot. Patron cervezas. MAGA, McDonald's and golf, McDonald's and golf again. Listen, man. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. Love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night at 2 a.m. Make sure y'all come on through. We'll be talking about something good. We'll be talking about something great. So make sure y'all come on through and be part of this goodness, greatness. Be here on time, no lateness. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. Holla back. Thanks for participating in the poll. Peace. All right.